Venerable sirs and brothers and sisters, first I would like to pay my gratitude to Bhante Dhamma. He is the one introduced me to Buddhist Maha Vihara last year. And also I would like to pay my gratitude to Brother Billy Tan, who organized my whole Dhamma tour in Malaysia. I think maybe now Brother Billy is tired being with me and every day and taking pictures, videos and driving around. And always I'm keep telling, even he said no need to, I'm keep telling him thank you. Maybe he is tired to hear that. So I'm not telling Billy to build your ego. And so I just practicing myself. As you always says, I'm having fun. Just saying it, okay? So anyway, again this year, I'm very happy to be here. Last year I spent so many days, actually few weeks here in Buddhist Mahavihara. But this year, I'm all over the place. And so I am really feel I'm a wandering monk. And I'm homeless. I eat, I get up one place, having breakfast in another place, and then go to another place for lunch, sleep in at night another place, then again next day breakfast in another place. And so that's how last 2 weeks I spend my time. Physically I felt sometimes it is little uncomfortable because I'm a human being also. Just watching and observing, just practicing the Dhamma, I just handle myself. So that's my honest experience. Anyway, how many people already came and listened to me this trip? I can see some people I can recognize. Yes. Anybody? Just okay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. So there are so many new people. Actually, I am very tired to sharing this story again and again. But I always try to make it very short today. And many people are very curious about my journey in the United States. So after I go to United States, I work at Sri Lankan Buddhist community in Michigan, Detroit, 5 years. And after serving 5 years as chief monk, I felt this is not the place for me. And also I felt I can do a little bit more in my life. Maybe I have something more energy inside me. I don't have a opportunity to experiment them. So because I believe cultural, ethnic Buddhist temples, so don't misunderstand, we all are in a box. Whatever we are believing, our traditions, our cultures are around that. We feel secured inside that box and we are totally comfortable. I felt the same way. I felt so comfortable. People bring every meal, and so people taking care of all the temple activities. No need to pay bills and no need to worrying about the mortgage or anything. No car payments, nothing. Why? Everything is well taken care of. And even that, I felt I'm a prisoner. I felt I'm prisoner, I'm limited, I don't have opportunity to expand my skills and my abilities being in this limited community. So when I'm in that community, I had to just speak my own language, serving to my own people, which I really like, and same time I don't like. So being in the United States, I felt this is not Dhamma Duta work. So if I stay at Sri Lanka, I do the same thing. Now I miss my mother, I miss my father, my family, my friends and my teachers in Sri Lanka. I left the country, now living here. Why I live like exactly like Sri Lanka? Then better to go to Sri Lanka. So that was my concern and my confused mind that time. Anyway, I made the decision to leave. So finally, I found a place. It's a church near Chicago. So they invited me, and so I went there. I found a family, and that family asked me to stay with them, husband and wife, 2 children, 3 and 4. It was so difficult for me first place to stay with them because I am not used to live with a family, and so now this is my permanent residence. And now it is every day is too loud for me because of 2 children, and television, the cartoon always ongoing, and husband and wife always happy. Next 30 minutes they are unhappy, and again they are happy. And so in between these dramas, and now there is a Buddhist monk, and it's a kind of a nice combination, I think. And so anyway, I get used to that system, and finally I became a babysitter. And for Buddhist monk, babysitter I call, right? And they love me, they leave children with me. I love it too because I can speak in English, and those beautiful 2 children became my English teachers. And so I had a lot of fun with them. Now they are grown, now they are in colleges. And so one day that priest at the church asked me, why you don't start a meditation class at my church? So right away I said, no, I cannot. Then he asked why. I said, I'm very sorry, I cannot speak English, number 1. Number 2, my accent, American cannot understand. Number 3, I'm nervous. Number 4, I don't want to do it. Right? That's what I said. But he didn't accept my no. And so now he's keep asking. That's not the American way, but he did. Now I have so much gratitude and respect for this man. He is over 90 and doing really well. So being a Buddhist monk, very difficult to say no. Now being in America last 20 years, I really know how to say no now, because all the American people train me how to say no. Right? So I'm so grateful for that too. So anyway, I accepted, even I don't want. Now one Saturday morning, like 13 years ago, I started my first meditation class. I don't know what I had to say or do. I scared to death. And so I felt I'm going to get a heart attack. And so what happened, so I closed my eyes waiting. I just opened my eyes. Then I saw 3 people sitting in front of me, not just sitting, they are really staring at me. Right? And I felt so scared. And so then I don't know what I had to say. I felt like a speechless, and I felt wordless and nothing. Now I just like a frozen and like a Buddha statue. Actually just sit like this, right? And so then I looking at the people because they are really deeply looking at me, and maybe they are curious, and so I don't know what is my response. I just smiled, and then they smiled at me, and then I smiled again, and back and forth we smiled each other, and like 15 minutes, that's it, the first day. So we just smiled, and so I felt so disappointed. I was so unhappy, and I talked to the priest. I said, I'm done. I don't think they will come again. Then he said, I understand. Please try one more time. I said, okay. Now I'm really sure nobody coming. Right? But I'm very happy, same time a little nervous. Now I'm sitting there at 9 in the morning because class start at 10 because I want to relax first. Right? In case if they come, I had to prepare myself. Now I breathe in, breathe out, and I close my eyes, and I heard somebody just settled down and sitting. I just opened my eyes. I saw the same 3 people staring at me. Then I was thinking, and during my, the breathing practice, I was praying, please people don't show up, right? My prayer didn't work at all. And so now they are sitting there, and I have to do something, say something, express something. I don't know. Again, I smiled. And now they smile at me. That's not enough. You totally understand, right? I have to say something. Otherwise, they may think that I'm crazy. And so I said something, maybe a few words, 20 minutes we spent, and then they left. Now I felt maybe they like me. That's why they came the second time. Can you believe? Now more than 13 years, still those 3 people are sitting in front of me, and that's beautiful. They never left. So now every day I'm teaching, Saturday, then Monday night, 2 meditation classes, living with that family 9 years. After 9 years later, church said, we are done in this building. It is 110 years old historical church building in the United States. They are going to sell it very cheap price. It's a long story. I try to make it short. And then I said, I don't have enough money. Then all the congregation, my people, and they put money together. And all the church members put some money. They are the congregation, right? And we got the church. Now I have the church, and I have next door house, 2-story building, 5 bedrooms for the monks. What I did, I felt so much gratitude toward this building, because that roof gave me so much happiness, and also I had to be so grateful to that. What I did, everybody was kind of watching and observing what is my reaction toward the church building. I said, no need to change anything. Just leave exactly it was, the way it was, and I changed few things. Now when you come to the Blue Lotus Temple, that's what I am sharing the story. One side you can see the Jesus standing, like a 13 feet tall stained glass. And other side, 9 feet tall Buddha standing. That is the uniqueness of Blue Lotus Temple. Still you can see the Jesus and Buddha also there. Now and so far, and Buddha and Jesus living together with harmony and peace, no fight, no argument. But the sad point is disappointing for me, but his students all over the world, they are fighting for the religions and all the problems I can see in the world. But every time when I go to the temple and I feel so happy, I can practice, I can think about the Buddha and at the same time the Jesus also. Because I truly deeply believe Jesus also great human being and great spiritual master. He did something wonderful for the world. And so anyway, that is the combination of the Blue Lotus Temple. So they feel very happy what I did, because I didn't destroy their culture, what they believe. Now they have more things in the building. Now we have over 1,500 families come to the Blue Lotus Temple. Last many years, many people took 5 precepts and following the Buddhist path. So that's my story. Now what I am doing, I feel now I am a visitor to the Blue Lotus Temple, because I am not there that much, because all my blames go to the Bhante Dhamma, because he is asking me to stay here more time. Now Blue Lotus people kind of complaining about it. Now I am too much time away from the temple. Now I am hurry up, going back to the temple, and I have to calm them down. And so then they will be happy. Again, after week being there, I have to go again. So that's my life. Anyway, I feel now I am universal, and truly I feel I am homeless. One way I really like it, because less attachment, and I can serve bottom of my heart to people. I feel there is so much time for me to share and experience Dhamma, many different levels, many different backgrounds, many different ages. That's wonderful. So anyway, today the title is Eliminating Ego, right? It is big, right? And so how do you feel about ego? Do you have it? Right? You do have it. So personally I feel this whole world is on fire. So, but the good thing about people are living. People are talking, people come to the temple, and people doing the retreats, and people are meditating, and so doing so many things. But when we mindfully looking at around our society, I can see everybody having lot of issues, lot of problems. Sometimes we Buddhist people think we are the most peaceful people in the whole world, but it is not true. And also among the Buddhist people, we have so many problems, burning issues, and also among other religious background also I can see. Just leave the religions away from your life, and then when you come to your personal life, so as a mother, you have so many problems. As a father, you have so many problems. As children, you have so many problems. As monks, they have millions of problems. And as a devotees, they have so many problems, and many different levels and many different societies, we all have burning issues, right? So the good thing about among those burning issues, when I talk to people, they are kind of smiling. When I see, now you can see I'm smiling too, right? And so I'm smiling, but when you see I'm smiling or when I see you are smiling, it doesn't mean we don't have problems, right? Do you don't have problems? Do you? We do have, but still we are smiling now, right? I can see everybody is kind of smiling. It doesn't mean we don't have problems. So I have millions of problems, actually. Even I'm giving a Dhamma talk now, I have millions of problems. And so if you want to know them, please come to Blue Lotus Temple in Chicago. So definitely if you sit with me or talk to all the devotees or my brother monks, they will tell you my problems. I don't want to make you a big list now. So anyway, it means I have problems, honestly. It means you have problems. Now we all are smiling. That means I'm happy. It means we have a possibility to turn our lives to something good. Even we are burning, having problem and angry, mad, furious sometimes. And still once in a while, we are smiling. That means there is a possibility. So my way of believing that, and that true Buddha nature still exists somewhere inside you. But being distracted with so many problems and difficulties, we cannot see it now. But it is like a candle is lighting inside the bowl. There is a candle lighting inside the bowl. It is covered, but we don't see the light. If you want to see the light, what do you have to do? If you want to see the light again, that's your true nature. It is deep inside, but the layer is thick, big thick layer. So what you have to do now, take out that light, more light, and making the whole universe bright and peaceful. What we have to do now? If you need more light, many different things you can do. What you are going to do? Huh? Anything? Please talk. For easy thing for me, what I am going to do, I break the pot. Right? So I don't care about the pot. I break the pot. Right after we break it, we can see light going all over the room. Right? The same thing, I think there are so many garbage, dirt around our lives. So the analogy the Buddha used, our mind like a lotus flower. Very popular analogy in Buddhist teaching. Our mind is like a lotus flower. Sometimes people asking why I call the temple Blue Lotus. That's the purpose. Our mind like lotus flower. Where lotus flower is growing? Muddy and murky water. That's our society. Right? So the lotus flower grow and in muddy and murky water, blooming to the world and giving beauty to people and happiness. But the connection, the lotus flower never touch water or mud. Always above the water, above the mud. But the beauty of lotus flower, it is connected to the mud and water. If there is no mud, no water, what will happen to lotus flower? It will die. There is no beauty. So that means we are still exist. We all human beings, we are still exist in this dirty, distracted human world. Dirty and distracted human world. Sometimes people, honestly, I feel sometimes I'm tired being with these people. I'm tired being with the difficulties. I want to run away. I want to escape. Then I'm thinking I'm going to escape for 3 months. Right? Sometimes I'm thinking myself, that's my delusion. So then I'm thinking, where do I go? Then I can see, think about, I go to Bali, I go to Hawaii, I'm thinking something exciting places to go, right? People call exciting. So then I'm going there, and then I was thinking, maybe I will meet same kind of people there. Maybe I feel I will meet same kind of problems there. It means there is no place for me to run. So then one day I realized, if there is no place to run, where is the place? This place. Not the Buddhist Maha Vihara, I am going stick. Right? What I mean, this place means wherever I live. I don't have a place to run. So that means we all are connected to this mud, this water. Without the society, without difficulties, we cannot survive. So there is some nutrition coming from the water and the mud. But the beauty of the lotus is go above the water. Is go above the water. So sometimes people are asking, that's it? The representing the clear, purified mind in the Buddhist teaching or enlightenment? I'm adding a little bit more to it, right? That lotus flower. So the lotus flower opening to the world in the morning, right? In the evening it will close. In the morning, open to the world. Then who is coming to lotus flower? Bees. Bees will come to the lotus flower to get nectar, right? To get nectar. Now they are happy, having party and enjoying and drinking and lot of partying going on. Now top of the lotus flower. Now they feel this is a heaven. This is a beautiful place. This is my life. Lotus fun, exciting, happiness, pleasure, beauty, right? They think whole world, I am the best person in the world on this lotus flower. That's what now bees are thinking. But what will happen in the morning, in the evening? Lotus flower close. Then those poor bees, they have to think. Before it get close, what we have to do? We have to get out and go away. Otherwise, we will die. We will stuck inside the lotus flower. So when our people, my student who come to Blue Lotus Temple, I'm telling them, don't attach to the temple. Don't attach to the monk. Don't attach to me. Get whatever you want. There is the exit. Get out. This is not a permanent place for you. Now you can see. So now you have to understand, life is full of difficulties. Life is full of suffering. The word I really don't like, but that's the common word people using in this part of the world. And so life is full of suffering, pain, and lamentation, and all those things are happening. So sometimes we feel tired. How many times you felt, I'm tired, physically and mentally? Sometimes you are thinking, I am tired with my children, I'm tired with my husband, I'm tired with my wife. Oh, I need some time to rest. Of course, we all need that kind of time to rest. But there is no permanent place to go. There is no answer somewhere else. So answer is within you. Answer is within you. When you see the problem, what is going on for our burning issues, then you will figure it out. So in this moment, I just talking bottom of my heart what I experience in my life. So sometimes people are very exciting about my life, what I am doing now. But always I am telling people all the beautiful things happen in my life. Right? If you get close to me, I will tell other stories too, honestly. But I don't have time for now, today. And so, life is not easy. Sometimes people think, monk's life is difficult. No, we are giving them a meal, we are giving them a temple, everything is paid. Why their life is difficult? No, we have problems too. Why? I am not enlightened. I am a normal human being. I have my feeling, I have my weaknesses. Because of those things, we have problems and issues. Right? So people who are in the prison, they have food. I do go and prison work, and in the United States, I can see they are having fun in the prison. And in that sense, they are enjoying it. It doesn't mean they have basic requisites. It doesn't mean people are totally content. They are not. Why? Still, they have own mental and physical difficulties. So, now I am asking, I experience why I suffered, why I feel bad, why I am worrying, why I am fearful, why I am anxious, why I have anxiety, and why I am depressed. Only reason I figure out is ego. That's the only reason. So I know it is a big word. Maybe, I know, the ego. Maybe you already think, judging what I said. Oh, I know ego. I know ego. Because I was doing psychology. I know what, the Sigmund Freud said about ego. That's not what I'm going to talk today. If you want to know what Sigmund Freud said, go home and Google. You can find so many information. So what I'm going to talk today, what I really figured, what I realized, my own experience reading the Buddha's teaching and practicing as a Buddhist monk, how I realized my life to bring to happiness in certain point and enjoying contentment and enjoying enlightenment even temporary and working on that. Okay. Now, first question for you, what is ego? I'm not asking from the Sigmund Freud, okay? Make sure. What is ego for you? How do you explain ego? Simple words. Think simple. What is ego? Self-centered.
Having a sense of self-importance.
Okay, having sense of self-importance. Okay, good. Wonderful. Perfectly said. I like this group better, actually. And so, now, who is that person? What is this? I, right? Okay, next question. Now there is somebody there, right? We call that person I. That's what I was waiting for. Now I am asking, who is that I? Now I am asking Sister Linda, and I know you now from last year, I remember. So, you said, there is I. You get, I am. If I ask you, who is that I? What is your genuine answer? I. Oh, anybody? Because,
I means your brain.
Your brain. What else? Your body.
Thinking.
Feeling. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. Anything? So now I can see your body, mind, feeling. Now think about it. Let's think like that. So you have, when you have body, you have feeling, sensation, all those things. And now, if you think your mind, your body is I, now you can do this. Take all the parts out. Just visualize now, we are taking your head out. You are taking your hands out, right? Your hair out. Now everything is different pieces and different piles. Now I am asking, who is I? Then I am pointing your hair. I am asking, this is your hair. This is I. What do you call? You call I for your hair? Huh? No. What you call? Hair. Right? You call hair. When I point your legs, you say, this is I. No, you say that's legs, right? Now think about it. I call the microphone, right? This shape, when you see, and so I have seen it. I have some memory, and now I call the microphone. So when I take all the metal out, all the pieces out, there is no such thing. That means there is no such person. After we take out, it's like an onion. Think about onion. So one day I was peeling onion, I was thinking, that's great. Exactly this I concept is like an onion. After we take all the layers out, there is nothing. But after all the layers keep coming, right? Now we call the onion. So the same way, what Buddha suggested, Buddha said, when you put the certain thing in the certain shape, we give a name. Right? So that means there is no such thing. According to the Buddha's word, he said it is a false belief. This makes sense? We are believing something not exist. Understand everybody? We are believing something not exist. So if you are believing something not exist, then all the problems are coming. Now you can see it in a very simple way, right? So then, next question, can you live without I? Cannot. I totally agree. We have to, because we are part of this existing world. Now, then we have to use this word I. After I, there is a my and there is a mine. Now think I, my and mine. Brother Billy's word, I'm always giving credits to him. I, my syndrome. Right, Billy, brother? And so, I, my syndrome. I really like that. So now, I become my and mine. Now think about all those things going away from I. Now, according to the Buddhist teaching, there are two different truths. Very practical. There are two kind of truths. One is conventional truth. One is conventional truth for our convenience. Now we use I for my convenience. Now we have so many robes at the temple. Then I go, this is my robe, Bhante, Sri Dhamma, don't touch it. Right? Now his robe and my robe is totally different colors. Now we are safe. And so it's happened when I'm in Chicago. One day I'm keep looking for my robe and I cannot find it. Right? Now I'm looking and one is missing. One monk is wearing it. Right? Then I went there. Usually I make my robe is little smaller because I'm small. And so I said, no, this is my robe. Why you took it? Right? We are having fun. Then he's keep telling me, where's the title you are talking about ego? Then they are having fun with me, right? I know. Then I said, yes, I know. There is no such thing called my robe, but for communication purpose, I can recognize this is my robe. This is my robe. If you want this one, you can wear it, right? So then he said, okay, now I'm wearing it. Next time I will wash it and give it to you. Then we made the deal. We are happy. So that means I use I for my convenience. Right? My body, my dress, my room. So now today I just came to Maha Vihara. Okay? I came to the temple. It's very interesting. So I was kind of observing, because my title are also ego today, how this ego is working. Very sneaky. Right? So I came to Maha Vihara. Then Bhante Sri Dhamma, he gave me the room, very well organized. There's a nice bed, clean. And so I put my things. Usually when I go somewhere, so even I stay 2 days, I put things where I want, and then I want to make it comfortable. Now I'm keep doing things, and then I was thinking, now this is my room. Now I'm going to stay there 2 nights, right? And so now I call my room. Now think about it. Now I came here like 3 hours ago. Now I have my own room. I call it my room. I lock it. I have keys with me now. It's very interesting. Then I came to this, to Dhamma talk. Then I was thinking, sitting here, and suddenly I came to my mind, where's my keys? Then I'm just giving you, the 5 precepts, right? I came my mind, did I lock the door? Then what I did, I touch here. Because I have a pocket here, and then oh, there's my key. Now think about how ego works, right? How attachment, how problems. If I forget my key to bring here, what will happen to my Dhamma talk? Definitely I will ask Bhante to go and check my door and get the key, right? I know there is nothing that much. Only thing, my passport or those few things, but still I'm so attached to that. So then what I am suggesting you now, how our mind works. Now, still we have to live in this society. Good thing about it. I'm very happy, I'm very proud, but not ego. And so I'm egoless happiness in my mind. Even I am experiencing those things. In the present, right now, in this moment, I'm aware about it. I didn't make a big deal out of it. I didn't make a big suffering out of it. And so even, if I lose something, I can, still I can accept it. So, but still we have to use it. My room, my key, my door, now this chair is my chair. Now think, next hour I'm going to sit here, this is my chair. Now, if somebody come here, then people say, don't sit there, that's Bhante's chair. So why we use these terms to make our life comfortable? But there is no such. That's why Buddha said there is one truth, it is conventional truth. Conventional truth for our convenience. That's all right. That's okay. There's no hurt. Then other one is ultimate truth. Ultimate truth means what we understand, our deep wisdom, how we understand about our ego and experience that. Or enlightenment, or other, whatever people call the mental stages. And those are the ultimate truth. So, if you know to handle those two truths, you can balance them, then you can enjoy your life. Otherwise, I call it, now we have a kind of healthy kind of ego. Now you have an unhealthy ego. I think that unhealthy ego, word I am using, it is silent killer. It is silent killer. Little by little, it kills you. Little by little, destroy you. Little by little, you lose your family because of that. Little by little, you lose your friendship. Right? So many things we are losing because of unhealthy, the ego. This makes sense now? Unhealthy ego. So, now whatever problems we have our lives, every time you have problems, talk to yourself, close your eyes for a second. What is the problem I have now? Then you can see the ego is the problem. Ego is the problem. Sometimes people come to me and say, oh Bhante, you did something wonderful. You gave a wonderful talk. I'm always hear that. Right? So then I say, thank you. Then same time, I say it loud, sometimes no ego, thank you, no ego. Or I say thank you. Then I silently talk to myself, thank you, no ego. I reminding myself because I don't want to lose myself. And sometimes people come to me and said, oh, you are a bad monk. So that moment, sometimes I feel terrible. I feel sad. So I felt so many times that imbalance in my life because of this ego. Sometimes some people come to me and appreciate what I am doing. Sometimes some people come to me and, they're really criticizing what I am doing. Now because of their way of, using their words, I always, like a roller coaster, I am going up and down. Then we call life is in balance. Then sometimes we feel, when somebody says something good about me, I am so joyful. That's my happiness. It is not true. Next person come and say, you are bad, then I am unhappy. I have beautiful story. Once I was driving, one of my student, long time student, so he called me, I answered the phone. I am away 3 hours away from the temple, and he is 3 hours opposite direction of the temple. Then I said, hey, my friend, how are you doing? So he said, Bhante, I'm sad. I have these kind of problems. I need you. You are my teacher. I don't have a car right now. Please come to my house. I said, the friend, I am going for another appointment. Whole day I am away now. I am 3 hours opposite direction from you, 3 hours from the temple. I cannot make it today. Even I want to come. I am very sorry. I cannot. Then he said, no, Bhante, I am your student. Please come. I really need your help. This is the time I am asking you. I said, what is the problem going on today? Then he said, this is not a really big deal, but I really feel if my teachers sit next to me and meditate with me, having lunch with me or some meal, have a tea with me, and how wonderful, I need you. Then I said, no, I cannot. Right? Now he's keep asking. Now I felt, now he's pushing my buttons. Then I said, no, I cannot come. Then I firmly said, no, I cannot. You have to accept it. I cannot come today because it is not life-threatening. If it is a really difficult situation, call 911, go to the emergency room. I said that. If it is something physical, that's what we do in the United States. And so he said, no, I need you. Then I said, no. Finally, he was so mad with me. What he said? He said, you are the most unkind monk I ever met. He said that. Then he hung up the phone. Then I start to laugh. I cannot believe even. I start to laugh. Now I'm driving, I'm laughing to the phone actually. Now I'm laughing and laughing, I'm driving. Then I was thinking, this man, how many times he gave me all the thanks and gratitude. Bhante, you are the best one ever. You did wonderful things. Always in the English language, people use that term, Lord, I love you so much. You are the best monk ever. He told me 1,000 times being in that friendship with me. Then I am thinking, after many years later, this person now telling, I am the bad monk, I am the most unkind monk he ever met. Right? I know he didn't meet so many monks, so maybe few monks, and so then I can figure it out now. Then I realize when he come to me and say all the good thing about me, I am so joyful. Oh, I feel you are the man, you are my good student, right? And now he is telling me I am bad. Now I can see, even I am smiling, even I can see little hatred, little anger, very subtle, something negative sneaking into my mind. The good thing about my practice, I'm so thanks and grateful for that, always giving me kind of wake-up call. Though this is the lesson for you. This is the lesson for you. So now, next day he called me again. Then he said, Bhante, I am very sorry. I was so mean to you. You are the best monk. Then I call it is bipolar. When people have bipolar, that's how people behave, right? Maybe they say, right, I'm not offended with bipolar because I have sometimes too those kind of, the bipolar kind of issues, right? I always happy and unhappy and criticizing and complaining, and I believe we all have bipolar, right? So now think about, always we depend on what other people talk about ourselves. Maybe good things, maybe bad things. We always like what is the word? Puppet or muppet or something like that. Always put the string and we are dancing. That's what we do. What I am telling you now, when you truly understand what is this whole ego concept, then you can use it for your convenience, but always you can be yourself. Is no matter what other people say or do to you, you live your own. Now I truly understand myself. Even that's why I'm happy actually. I'm so grateful for the practice. It doesn't matter how other people criticize me. It doesn't matter how other people praise me. It doesn't matter. Why I say that? Because I'm a kind of different way I'm doing things, little controversial. Because I'm in the United States, I cannot live exactly like way I'm living in Sri Lanka. And so sometimes traditional people don't like where I'm living. I'm not doing anything bad. And so it's not what they really want to see sometimes. So then what they did, some people I don't know who they are. So you can see I don't have a camera, I don't take pictures, I don't have time for that. But now Billy take pictures. Right? When I go somewhere, because I go so many exciting places, and to teach wedding ceremonies in the United States, wedding is a little crazy, the way they dress, and it's totally different. Because I am not going to change their dress, the costume, how they, that's not my job. When I go to the weddings, I can see how people dress and do things. And then people, when they see a Buddhist monk, they get so excited. I never seen a Buddhist monk. I am going to take a picture with you, right? Then all the girls, the men, women, they keep running to me and sit next to me. Sometimes they are bouncing to me, There's people, and they are taking the picture. Now they are so happy. What they do? go home and post on the Facebook. Right? Post on the Facebook. Right? Then they tag into me. Then I am thinking it's not a big deal. Oh, they took the picture, they enjoy it, happy for them. Their intention is good. Now, sometimes some people see those pictures. Looking at the picture, they are making the whole big story. Now, one person or maybe few person, they collect those kind of pictures. I am sitting with a girl, I am sitting with a woman, and somebody is talking very close to me. Right? Then they collect like a 12, 13 pictures, and they made new Facebook page for me. It's called Anti-Buddhist Monk. Right? 8 months, 2,000 members. 2,000 members criticizing each picture every day, 8 months. But more than 2,000 people complain to the Facebook. This is wrong, and more than 2,000 people, I have so many, that people, when I get into the Facebook, those people who do that, sometimes come from the girl's name, sometimes come from the boy's name, and they are chatting with me. What is this? After I figure out, I never answer any question. Even I didn't say anything to them. Now, what happened? Within 8 months, they took everything out. 2,000 members. Can you think? Now, what happened? Those pictures, they sent to Sri Lanka. Printed pictures, they sent to Sri Lanka. My parents, people who are really close to me, people who are supporting to me, they sent to everywhere. Then one of my great benefactors and one lady who is helping me, she was so disappointed about this, right? And she was holding the pictures and she invited me to her office, right? Then I walked into her office and she asked me, what is this picture? I think maybe this is Photoshop. That's what she said. I said, no, it is, I can say, oh, maybe it is Photoshop. I said, no, all the 10 pictures, I said, all pictures true. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong on those pictures. Anything bad things I am doing. But maybe according to the one culture, maybe it is bad. But it is not bad for me because I am really sure I am not doing anything bad. So that kind of situation, then I felt for my self-image, what I built many years, working hard, making all the commitment to build, now it is going all over the world, those pictures, right? So then one night, I felt I cannot sleep. Why? I am so worrying, sad, because 13 years working so hard, whatever I built is all gone. Now everybody is criticizing me. I feel I am going to get a heart attack, I am going to crash down, I am going to die myself. And one night I had the sleepless night because I never experienced such a thing in my life. Now those pictures are Australia, those pictures are New Zealand. Wherever I go, it is all over the world. Then my mother called me. Right? That's the hardest one. Then my mother called me. She doesn't know how to read or something, but she can see the pictures. And she said, I saw what you are doing. I traveled to United States. I saw what you are doing. I really feel you are doing something good. Then she asked me another question. That's really, I felt, is a kind of shooting me. She asked me, I'm really sure you are doing good, but still I am asking, without telling me you are doing something wrong? She asked me over the phone. So that moment I felt, even now my mother also having some curiosity, not sure. Right? That's a human nature. That day, because that's my mother, I cannot say anything to her. Then what I did, I get up in the morning, I realized this is my last day, I'm done with this case. Right? Then I sit down and meditate. I realize the problem, where is my problem right now? The problem, I'm just depending on what other people do, what other people say. I worrying, I'm sad, I have sleepless night, I take that whole experience away from my life, I just let it go. It doesn't matter after this moment, whoever come to me and appreciate or encourage, it doesn't matter. I am my own. Now it doesn't matter. Even they are making a movie for me, I am the same person. It doesn't matter. That movie go in the Hollywood and make all over the world, it doesn't matter for me. Why? I am totally surrendered now. Because I am sending all the blessing to those people who gave me that strength. Because I think I had that experience. Buddha came in different forms. Buddha came in the different forms. Why I say that? We believe Buddha come in a very peaceful form. Shave head, wearing nice robe and very serene. I don't think so. Buddha come in many different forms. So the problem I realize, the ego is the problem. I am believing something, my self-image, what I build. People have to appreciate me all the time. After this talk, whether you come to me and appreciate or not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. During some, the discussion, sometimes people said so many mean things. Because I'm always engaged with the people, right? But I'm okay. I can listen to it. I can, enjoy that, in that moment. So, anyway, sharing this experience, what I'm telling you now, there is no any benefit having this unhealthy ego in your mind. Please, I'm bowing to all of you from today, after you go home, work on that. I guarantee, after you little bit work on that, you will be very happy and peaceful person. Happy and peaceful person. So, when you take your ego little bit out, even start to think about it, then you are giving so much peace and freedom to yourself, and also you are giving so much freedom and happiness to the world. So this is my last story, then you can have questions. This is some exciting, beautiful story, what I really experienced. So, these monks, we all are Sri Lankans, we are well respected in Sri Lanka. So, when I was young monk and training 10 years, and so when you get into a bus in Sri Lanka, right Bhante, it doesn't matter, we have 100 people sitting in the bus, we always get a front seat. We always get the front seat. Now we are conditioned to that. Now my 20s, I moved to Australia. I was in Australia. I felt so boring one day myself, and I'm a young monk. I saw a bus passing by. I thought I'm going to have a bus ride. Then I get into the bus. Then I have my intention, conditioned mind, somebody give me a seat. Somebody give me a seat. That's my expectation. Get into the bus. Everybody is looking at me, not straight, something like this, and turn their head. Then I felt so bad, but nobody give me a seat. That's my expectation. But I was thinking I'm a new, naive, young Buddhist monk. No experience at all. Now I feel hurt, sad, angry. What I did, I didn't enjoy the trip at all. Next bus I got back and came back to the temple. Then I called my teacher. I said, I'm done. Please send me a ticket, otherwise I cannot live here. So then he said, okay, calm down, I will take care of that. So then he never sent me a ticket. And so one day I start to think, why I am unhappy about this simple incident? Then I felt again, what is the problem? I am believing something inside me. Now I felt that's the problem I had to work on. So now I had a little bit realization, but not great, right? Little bit. So then what I did, being in Australia, then I moved to Michigan, Detroit. The Detroit area, we have so many African American people. They are big and tall. And so I'm very small. The first experience I had, the experience with one African American man, the black person. And he talked to me, hey man, what's up? That's how they talk. Then I was thinking, I'm a Buddhist monk. He doesn't know how to talk to a Buddhist monk. He asked me, hey man, what's up? That's not, the Malaysian Buddhist people talk to a Buddhist monk, hey man, what's up? Right? And so, then the way they are talking, I don't want to act now because I'm a good actor too, I can act. And so, how they talk. And so anyway, so I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Then I felt that ego is sneaking again. And so, oh, they don't know, these American people, they don't know how to respect. But again, I realized, no, that's my ego. Now I'm working on so hard and really thinking about it. Then what happened, one day I had a bus ride from the Detroit to New York City. Then I was sitting there, nobody sit next to me. Nobody sit next to me. Why? I am different, I am weird. Weird look, weird dress. Even it is not the dress, it's a piece of clothes. Right? We are wearing the robe, we are not, the dress it, right? So now I'm sitting there, last seat is remain next to me, somebody has to sit. Last person get into the bus is a young man. He was looking around, no seats. This is the only option he has to sit. Now he sit down and sitting like this. He's not moving at all, exactly like a Buddha statue. Right? And he's not moving at all. Then I felt, he's like a teenager, he's uncomfortable, and same time I feel uncomfortable. Now I really feel inside, he doesn't like me. That's the message, that's the feeling I get. He doesn't like me. So same time I feel, I don't like you too, right? And the way you are sitting, right? But then I'm thinking, no, calm down, Sujatha, calm down, that's your problem, ego. Now I'm keep thinking all the Dhamma, all the Tripitaka I'm thinking. But it's so hard. Now I thought, my nature, usually I don't give up easily. And so I thought, I'm going to talk to this young man. I said, hi, how are you? Then he said, hi, that's it. Then I introduced myself. He didn't say his name either. Then finally, after maybe 2 hours later, he asked me, now 15 hours bus ride, who are you? Right? Then I said, I'm a Buddhist monk. Oh, why you are wearing a tablecloth? That's what he asked. Then I said, oh, he said the tablecloth to my robe. This is my robe. Think about the Katina day, how you take the robe, right? Like keep your head. And that's how I see into people respecting to this robe. Now he thinks I'm wearing a tablecloth. So then I'm a little angry now. Okay, anyway, I'm calming down. Then next question he asked, are you married? Right? And so then I said, no, I'm not. And so all the, now he thinks I am weird, I think he's weird, right? Now he's asking all the weird questions. I said, no, I'm not. Then he said, oh, you are crazy. Right? Now, so many negative things going on. I don't like the word crazy. I don't like, hey man, what's up? I never used to that language. It's really kicking my ego, right? And so now he thinks I'm a crazy. Crazy means really, when we say somebody to crazy to me, it means I'm a lunatic. That's how I understand that time, right? But I don't get really serious about the word crazy now anymore. And so then anyway, now he's so mean, but I'm, accepting, working on my ego. I didn't say anything mean to him. And so after many hours being with him, I gave my card. But he accepted, but no thanks. He left, I left, no big deal. Now I totally forget about it. I moved to Chicago. After I go to Chicago, 5 years later, this is now after 5 years, okay? Think about the how life falling into the place. 5 years later, I get an email. I don't know who is this person. Now I open the email. It says, Bhante, my name is Mark. I hope you are still living alive somewhere in the world. I don't know. I hope you remember me. Many years ago, I met you at the Greyhound bus. I don't know you can remember me. That time I was going to my college, my first year in the college. I don't know about the Buddhist monk, but I know a little bit about Buddhist monks now being in New York, and it's a multicultural place. Now I know about the Buddhist monk. I have seen them. So I studied, I got my degree. Now I have a job. I'm really successful in that sense. But the problem I have, I'm drug addict. I'm alcoholic. So my parents don't like me. Many times I felt I want to kill. I want to suicide. Today, this evening, I returned home to having intention. This is my last breath. This is my last day. I'm going to kill myself because I don't have friends anymore. I need some help, but nobody's helping me. So I just, the laying on my bed and closed my eyes. I was planning how I'm going to kill myself, right? When I was thinking, I don't know who gave me this thought. I got this thought. I met a Buddhist monk. So he thought somewhere there's a card. So he was looking for the card. Finally he got it. Then he sent me an email. So then that's my nature, you can see it. Right away I responded to that. Then I called him. I said, where are you now? So I'm in New York City. I said, I'm in Chicago. Then without thinking twice, I'm a little crazy actually, I invited him. Why you don't come to Chicago? So then he said, oh sure. Now he's like, he's like a lottery ticket for him. And now he found somebody and he needs some help. I said, okay, I will help you. And I know it's a risk. Bring a drug addict to my house, right? So then he came. Before he comes, so I talked to other brother monk, another stranger come to the house. We have to share the rooms. And so he asked, is it your friend? I said, kind of. And so, what is that, And I said, he's a drug addict and alcoholic. He said, what's wrong with you? You are going to bring a drug addict to this place and we are going to live it? I said, yes. I said, he needs some help. Now he said, oh, you are the boss. And so I cannot, argue with you. Okay, whatever. Now he doesn't like it. But anyway, he came. Now he's with me every day, morning we get up and meditate, talking. He never go anywhere without me. Only time he go out with me when I go to meditation classes or talks. Now he become my attendant. Now he's doing everything, studying and 3 months he was with me. Now he's doing good, very good. One day I felt, now he's so attached to me. I said, no, now this time you have to leave. You have to go back, find a job and settle down. He decided, okay, every day, like 3-4 times I'm calling to him because I felt he's like my son. So now he's doing good. He found a job, working very good, found a girlfriend and they are very happy. 3 years in a relationship, finally they decide we are going to marry. So they called me and said, Bhante, please come to New York. You are the one doing our marriage. So I am the officiant, right? I did the marriage. Now they have maybe 2 years old baby boy. Now they are wonderful, happy family, right? So sharing this story, what I am telling you, the message, that day, I was thinking, that day, if I, because of my ego, if I totally ignore that man, that boy, he never get this chance. That's the whole point. So, when you meet somebody, people are rude to you, mean to you, don't discourage, don't feel bad. I'm really sure your smile, your word, your kindness, without ego, whatever you are passing into that person, it will one day will come as a blessing for that person, as a blessing for yourself, right? So I think this is enough. This is enough message for you to eliminate your ego. If I want to talk more, I can talk another hour. But if I talk another hour, then your ego sneaking in. Then you will tell me, Bhante, now please you have to stop. Thank you so much. If you have any...
Thank you very Venerable Sujatha for delivering an excellent talk. Is there any questions?
Yes, please.
Sharing a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Bhante, you are a lucky traveling monk. You travel all over the place, seen a lot of things. Not many have the privilege. However, your experience is fantastic. I also travel quite a bit. And as you know, you travel around a place. So many people have so different many value. Mm-hmm. And their value can be negative, can be positive. Mm-hmm. But majority are negative, as you have seen. Mm-hmm. And we come across that, they give you a negative or positive response. Mm-hmm. So it's up to us to be happy or to be what I feel is to respond, not react. Mm-hmm. Okay, the response you have to go what you are looking, which direction. And I'm asking a question here about your image. For your teaching, you say it shouldn't have image. Then you will be free of suffering. Let me put this another way. If they have a positive image, not negative image, would it be good?
Yeah,
that's the one question.
It's okay if you don't hurt yourself.
A good image that add value to people.
Right, exactly.
Okay, imagine this temple. You say you don't put image, Vihara, right? We don't realize that it's a brand, Vihara, right? What happened one day? You come around and see the whole place occupied, party with people drinking and boozing away. How would you feel?
Right.
You say no image. So my question here is, would it be good to carry on with a positive image or no image?
Right. Okay. So thank you so much. It's a great question. It's a different way to think. It's okay to have, when you have self-image, what I said, if you use it as a negative experience, always we can harm to ourselves. So what his direction, you can act, you can respond without hurting to yourself and without hurting to other people. In that case, it's totally fine. Now, when I'm dealing with the people in the United States, especially in the Blue Lotus Temple, when some situation, I'm kind of sounds like an angry and little monk. And so sometimes people, oh, Bhante, are you mad today? Then I'm kind of, right? I am. So I have to address the issue. But my intention is not hurting to anybody and taking care of the situation. So that's totally fine. That's a good way to see. Another side. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. Anything?
Any other questions?
Okay. Oh yes. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Good evening, Bhante. Is fear a manifestation of ego, especially times when we do have the kind of fear feeling right to the core, including fear for our lives? Yeah, and how do we? The second question is taking care of the ego and watching it. It's not as simple as just seeing the I, my, and myself. What is your drive to see and to capture it each and every time it appears?
Fearful? When you fear?
Not only fear, but that fear was the first question. The general thing about the ego, there's a second.
Yeah, because again, whatever, whole our problems, when you think of all the problems, whatever we have in our life right now, based on ego. That's the base. Fear, whatever problem after ego is the beginning of our problems. So, I think this will address whole your question. And one time, somebody come to the Buddha and said, now when you come to the Vihara, people can see all the beautiful, colorful merits, good deeds people are doing. That's great. Then he mentioned to the Buddha, there is a person now burning his hair, fire on his head. Now imagine somebody has a fire on your head, not my head, there's no big deal. And so, when you have fire on your head, how you are behaving? Running all over the place and try to stop the fire. Then the man said, same way, human beings, they have to make all the good deeds, merits, punya kamma, colorful, meritorious activities for their lives. He made the statement. Do you agree, Buddha? That's what you are asking us to do. Buddha said no. Now we think definitely Buddha will always ask and do the merits, right? So Buddha said no. Then Buddha said, same way, person has a fire on his head, right? He is trying so hard to stop the fire. Same manner, that person has to work hard, eliminate ego. Then Buddha said, do the colorful event or merit or that's the problem. Whatever things we are going through in our fear, it doesn't matter. So the ego is the problem. So now after ego, when we can see fear, then you can talk about how to eliminate fear. So once Buddha asked, what is the synonym? What is the similar word for fear? There's a whole another talk I can give for that, okay? And so I'm not going that in. He asked, what is the synonym for fear? What do you think? Buddha said, attachment. Tanha. Buddha said, synonym for fear is tanha. Tanha coming from where? Again, ego. Right? Something we are attaching to, I, my, and mine. So we can discuss more about it. So think like that. Okay? Thank you.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.